I'm Richard Byworth. I'm the CEO of Diginex. My main role is the day-to-day running of the business. Our business is focused on three key areas. The solutions business, which is providing enterprise-grade solutions leveraging blockchain to corporates, intergovernmental organizations, and governments themselves. On the second pillar of our business is markets. This is focused on really providing issuance of securities leveraging blockchain networks. And that is exchange, custody, as well as our overall capital markets business. The final part of our business is asset management. And the asset management business is designed to really provide an on-ramp for large allocators of capital into this new asset class. The evolution of central bank digital currencies this year is going to be very, very fast. This has been emphasized by what Facebook has done with Libra already, and we've started to see the reaction to that. So, for example, recently the Bank of England said it was absolutely crucial that central banks start to research central bank currencies. The Chinese government have actually filed for 80 patents around digital currencies. And we recently saw Sweden announced that they would be starting the launch of an e-krona. We ourselves as Diginex have witnessed north of 30 central banks now wanting to get involved in this space. So 2020 is going to be the year of central bank digital currency. We are already starting to see the mainstream adoption of blockchain technology. Every large corporate is now focused on some sort of blockchain project, many of them having multiple projects all at the same time. Anything from treasury through to documentation management have been the core use cases that we've seen implemented so far. And we're not just seeing this in the corporate world, we're seeing this in the government world as well. Dubai particularly has been focused on putting all of their processes onto blockchain technology. So this is going to be continuing. We're in early stages of the adoption of that technology yet. But what is hugely encouraging is the amount of support and focus this is getting from major blue chip corporations. This is hugely exciting for the financial services industry. Not only does this bring a brand new asset class to the industry itself for them to be focused on and start to grow and develop, but it actually also allows them to just disrupt the investment banking model altogether. So think about the way that we issue securities today and migrating that to a new delivery mechanism that is obviously a blockchain network. This is going to change process speeds. This is going to change the way that we actually transact securities today. The third point is really about how it improves processes within these banks and financial institutions and leveraging that technology that we're already seeing across the corporate space more broadly. I think when you combine all of this together and you say, who are the early adopters versus who are the laggards, you'll suddenly see a very differentiated performance profile of these banks and financial services institutions. And what we'll see is the laggards actually have to be forced to play catch up to enter this arena. So we established Diginex really on the premise of providing an institutional player for the industry. And why is that important? Well, when we sat down at the end of 2017, myself and the founder and the rest of the executive team to focus on what was needed, we looked at the industry as a whole compared to the projections for the industry from the World Economic Forum, which was that this would be a $13 trillion industry by 2027. We looked at the industry, which was back then, dominated with players all the way from the best case, very cowboy approach to what was being built through to just outright criminal behavior. And we looked at this and we said, well, there's just no way that we're going to see institutional adoption of this asset class more broadly. And so we started with that in mind, building a very regulated approach to the industry as a whole in every single part of the business that we focus on. The second point was hiring the very best people. So again, when we built out the business leadership team, it was focusing on technology, consultancy, asset management, investment banking, and broader financial services. And each of these people that we hired, we were focused on getting entrepreneurially minded, people that could lead and manage teams, and people that actually focused on execution. And so this was the key differentiator, obviously, of the team build. The third and final thing was looking at the industry, which was already very innovative in its approach, but just taking that innovative product and shaping it into a more institutionally styled product for the organizations that we were targeting. So our core focus in the way that we think about operating in the digital asset space is by providing a regulated white hat player. What we allow is that first step of adoption by the financial services firms gives them an option to either onboard to our platform or actually use our tech product that we've already built to provide their own white labeled solutions that are regulated in their own right. And I think this will allow the financial services sector to adopt this new asset class a lot more broadly. So this is a really exciting few months for Diginex. First and foremost, we have our Nasdaq listing on the horizon. That's coming soon. Then we're going to have, from a business perspective, the rollout of our warm custody solution, already adding to what we have in the cold custody space. And then there's the full rollout of the virtual currency exchange and the subsequent product rollout that we'll have to plug the various infrastructure gaps that we see in the industry more broadly.